go!
What's going on, everybody? We're back in front of the Navara for another install video. Now, our last video saw us installing a KN Audio head unit in place of the factory head unit. If you missed that video and it's something that you're interested in, click on the link below in the description to check that one out, guys. So today we're going to be installing an iDrive unit as promised. Now, this little guy is a plug and play unit, nice and easy to install at home. No special tools are going to be required for this one. Basically, the iDrive unit is going to adjust your throttle response. So things like when you take off in the vehicle, and general throttle response is going to feel a lot better. So it's got a range of different settings in it, ranging from 1 through to 9, I think it is. Really excited to check that out. Really excited to see how it installs. I think this one's going to be a nice, easy one, guys. Let's take a look at the unboxing. I've got the iDrive unit here, straight from iDrive themselves. Let's take a look at what's in the packaging. Alrighty, so straight away we've got the iDrive unit on top. Now that's surrounded by some foam here, so good for packaging and posting and everything like that, making sure that it arrives safe and doesn't get any damage. Now we'll take this off. Alright, it looks like all the cabling runs through into the bottom here. So you've got your iDrive unit here with some cabling here. We've got your drive-by-wire pedal connector over this side, and it looks like underneath that got the instruction manuals. We'll need to look through that one. We've got a iDrive sticker and a couple of zip ties to keep the cabling nice and neat in the car when we put it in. Alright guys, so looks like that's pretty straightforward. It's all plug and play, which is fantastic. That's your drive-by-wire pedal connector. That one then goes into its place of the original, and these two connect up to each other by the looks of it. Let's jump into the car and take a look how easy this thing is to install. Alrighty guys, so the first stage of the installation is to take out this plug here off your drive-by-wire throttle body. So to do that, you just need to pull forward on this clip here so that it looks like that, and then from there it'll come straight off. Here's your plugs from the iDrive unit. This one that looks like this will plug into here off the factory vehicle, and this one will go onto the drive-by-wire pedal body assembly. So it just drops on like that, push it down till it seats home, and then push on the red panel on the back and it will guide straight into place. Now on the other side of this, you got this guy here that looks exactly like the plug that's on the top of your pedal here, and that plugs into this one here, which is your factory Navara plug that was on top of the pedal that we took off before. Alrighty, so those ones go together. You'll feel when it's the right way around because it will just go straight on top like that, and then again push on the clip on the outside, and that's it. Now that one's installed. Just a bit of a patch harness that goes in the place of the factory one. Now that's all installed. We've got this one here, this plug coming out the other side of it. Alrighty guys, so now we've got the iDrive unit itself with this plug on the other side. Now that needs to go into the plug we were looking at before that goes onto the pedal body. So we need to install this somewhere on the dash here, and then this wire and plug needs to be fed behind the dash down to the pedal and plugged into the other side. So I think I'm going to put my iDrive unit right there. It's out of the way, so it doesn't sit out somewhere out here. I'd like to hide it a little bit, so tuck it up in there. It's not in the way of the drink that's going to go in there, so that's nice and easy. Sits right in there. It stays right out of the way. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and grab that. That's the wire there. Alrighty, so we've got our two wires here. This is the one that we fed up through the dash from the top, and this one's from the pedal box, so we need to plug those two together. And it looks like it can only go on that way. That's done. So now we need to go ahead and cable tie this up out of the way somewhere up in there. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Alrighty, so I've just bunched that wire up there together and put a cable tie around it. And now what I'm going to do So I'm just going to tuck it up in this side panel down in here, where there's a bunch of other factory wiring as well. So tuck it out of the way. So now on top of the pedal, it's all neat up there. The iDrive unit comes with double-sided tape already on the back, ready to go. So all you need to do is clean the surface wherever it is that you're sticking it to with some sort of prep cleaner. I'm just going to be using an alcohol swab. Alrighty, so once you've cleaned this surface here, made sure there's no dirt or grime or anything on it, peel back the double-sided tape. And stick it down in the location that you've chosen. Just press firmly on the front of the unit and make sure that all corners are stuck down. That should be firmly in place. Alrighty guys, so we've jumped into the car. The unit has just come on and it's got the 2 lines. So that basically means that it's in standard mode. So it's not actually doing anything to the throttle response at the moment. It will just leave your vehicle as factory. So if we go through the mode settings, we've got E. Now that's economy mode. So basically if your throttle is too responsive, say you've got a tune on the vehicle and you find that it's too touchy, you can dull the throttle response down by using economy mode and going through these settings from 0 to 9. Now the next one we've got U option. Now this is actually ramping up the throttle response. So if you find that your throttle is a little bit laggy, a little bit dull from factory, like I do, this one is a setting that will basically enhance the throttle response from 0 through to 9 as well. Now the next setting is AC. So AC basically is an automatic mode. Now this is going to adjust the throttle response depending on your driving style. So it'll go from settings 1 to 9 depending on how much throttle pressure you're putting down. So that's going to be really interesting one to take a look at as well. Looking forward to testing it. Alrighty, so we're on standard mode now. So this is back to factory. Let's do a takeoff. It's about 30% throttle. About 50% throttle there. Go to automatic. So this is going to automatically adjust the throttle response based on how much pedal pressure I'm putting down. So let's give that a go. Alright, so I've got it on automatic mode at the moment and it definitely feels a lot more responsive. It's definitely changing completely the way that the vehicle feels. So you can touch lightly on the throttle pedal and it doesn't feel like it's putting a lot down, but as soon as you put a bit extra into it, it definitely ups the throttle response a lot. So that's about 30% pedal there. So the automatic mode actually feels quite nice to use. It's definitely adjusting depending on how much throttle I'm putting down, so it's feeling good. Camera person. So let's put it onto performance mode. We'll go through to setting number 9, so that's the top setting of the unit, and let's do a takeoff test. That's about 30% throttle now. So that is a massive difference. Probably a bit too much, I reckon. That's a massive difference. Holy Alrighty, so we're on setting number 5 now, guys. So let's give that a go. That's about 30% throttle now. We are at setting number 3. Let's see how that goes. We're at 30% throttle there. straight away that's making a massive difference. Alrighty guys, so that is a wrap. I've installed the iDrive unit into the car now. We've taken it out for a test drive. We've had a look at the ins and outs. The thing was an absolute breeze to install. So I actually didn't need any tools whatsoever. Everything that I needed was inside the box except for an alcohol wipe or some sort of preparation wipe to get the surface that you're sticking it to nice and clean. That's about the only thing that wasn't supplied. Apart from that, it was a tool-free installation, completely plug and play. Now, taking it out on the road and testing this thing was really interesting. Actually, I wasn't expecting it to change the throttle response as much as it actually did. I know this is not changing at all the vehicle's power, that is for sure, but it actually makes the vehicle feel like it's more powerful because you don't have to put so much throttle response down to get it to move, to get it to go, to get it to do things. So this is a great way to save you from spending an absolute fortune on engine tuning. It really changes the vehicle for the better. So if you're finding that the throttle response or the engine feels a little bit laggy, chuck one of these guys in there and you'll be really impressed with how it feels. The installation is easy. You can do this at home. You don't need any special tools, and it's really easy to tune. There's no hard features about this unit whatsoever. It's great to you know, move the settings around on the fly. You do not have to turn the vehicle off and start it again to change settings or anything like that. It's all done on the fly, so you can just bump it up and down as you see fit and try it out and see how you like it. I ended up settling on setting number 3 in U mode. I tried 9, 8, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and settled on number 3. I found it the best all-rounder. So takeoff was dramatically increased in the throttle response, but not too much where it was too touchy. Around town driving, not too touchy again, nice throttle response straight there, ready to go. For me personally, it's kind of completely changed the vehicle and revamped the way the car drives. I really look forward to hearing how you guys went with it, letting me know in the comments, you know, what setting worked for you and why you liked it, as well as, you know, the installation. If you have any questions, feel free to touch base with me, guys. Next up is going to be a Legend X tub rack. I cannot wait to get this thing on the car. After the Legend X tub rack install, we're going to be going into tires, wheels, and suspension. Now, tires and wheels are sorted, but suspension is a difficult one for me. There's so many different kits on the market boasting different bits and pieces of what they offer. I'm really confused as to which way to go. So I'm going to put it back on you guys. Drop in the comments below, you know, what suspension package you want to see installed onto my car. I'll do a before and after, how it performs from factory versus how it performs with a suspension package. And as usual, guys, I'll be specializing in doing the installs at home. Look forward to seeing the next video. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and drop me a like. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.